Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Today's date is Thursday, November 10th, 2016. Well, folks, take a look at the SMH. We had a mini flash crash. Actually, it was just a flat-out crash today in the NASDAQ, in the tech sector. This was absolutely amazing. I'm showing you the SMH because I believe this is going to lead to the downside. I believe we're going to see it get majorly crushed, and it will lead the tech sector lower. But take a look at the QQQ here as well. Today, the Qs opened higher. All right, so the Qs opened up around 118 today. We saw a high of 118.38. We then proceeded to drop 4 points, guys, from that high. And it was all in the morning session going into lunch. I mean, this was just incredible. Take a look at the intraday chart here. Look at that drop. I mean, that is literally a crash. We were seeing stocks like Facebook and Netflix and Apple and Google and Amazon collapse in epic fashion. Take a look at Amazon today. We had this short in the research center, folks. I covered it for a nice gain. And again, I mean, what a drop on Amazon. Amazon was an $850 stock not long ago. Now it sits below 740. And this, I think it's going lower. I'm going to be honest with you. I really do think it's going to go lower. I think you're looking at a 695 handle on this before things quiet down. So just keep that in the back of your mind, folks. This is going to be nuts. Going back to the SMH, let's flip back there. I want to go back to the daily. The tech sector is breaking because Donald Trump is not a friend to the tech sector. A lot of the Silicon Valley companies attacked him, and there's a real worry. Like Jeff Bezos, great example. I mean, he ripped him. Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post, and the Washington Post was ripping Donald Trump. So as our president, people are very worried that it's going to be, Donald Trump vendetta time. And if you look at his history, it's understandable why. It really is. So, we're seeing again exodus from tech, and all the money's going into financials, guys. Take a look at JP Morgan today. Look at the last few days on JPM. This is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Goldman Sachs, guys. Look at this. Above 200 on Goldman, up another almost 5% today. This is one of the biggest moves in any sector that I've seen in a long time. It is epic. But bottom line, going back to the SMH, this is going to collapse, guys. Your target is right here. This is your ultimate target, right around $60. Notice the 200 moving average is going to come up into price. This is going to head here. There's no doubt in my mind. Whether it's next week, next month, or early in 2017, it is going to happen. All right, these stocks are way too overbought, way too many shares long. The exodus you can see starting today with it down 2%, and this will only increase, in my opinion, only increase to the downside. Speaking of which, I believe NVIDIA reports today. NVIDIA down about $2 today going into that report. It's always tricky when the stock is trading down into earnings, but still, I have to go back. Let me just erase this trend line. I want to show you guys something here. If you go to a weekly chart on NVIDIA, look at this run. I mean, that is insane. So, in my opinion, I still think there's downside on NVIDIA. I think we're probably heading back to around $62 to $63, maybe down to the 20 MA around 61.60. But I mean, that's really what I'm thinking in respect to where this is going. Now, whether or not it goes a lot down to today after hours, I don't know. It's hard to predict. Again, when a stock is up into earnings, and I believe it's if it's at the high end like this and it's trading up into earnings, it's very likely it will reverse and go down. Here, it's a little trickier to annotate and understand. So again, I still favor the downside. I just don't know if it's going to be today after hours. It very well might be. We could see this thing down 10-15% after hours. But also just be aware, regardless of what it does on earnings, it's going down. All right, there's no doubt in my mind it's going to go down. So be ready for it, folks. Let's see again how it all trades out here in the coming hours. And want to see some crazy stocks? Go to Netflix. All right, take a look at Netflix, guys. This was like darling just a month ago, less than a month ago. Look at that drop, almost 6%. You know where this is going to go? I'm going to show you guys right now where the target of this is. All right, this is awesome. Take this pivot high, connect it right here to this pivot high. You get right here. Take this pivot low, connect it to this little pivot low. You get right there. And then take this gap fill, put it right in there. See all those supports? Three levels within probably a couple dollar range right here. And the 50 MA is right there too, adding to a fourth. This is a level that if this hits in the next couple days, you buy it for a bounce. You buy it for a swing trade bounce. It will bounce probably $10-15 in a matter of a couple days off of if it were to fall directly into this. I am keeping an eye for the next day or so because tech sector is bleeding, right? So who's to say it's not gonna continue here and fall over the next, maybe tomorrow it hits this level, maybe it hits this, and I would be a buyer at 108 Pierce. Anything below 108, start adding. And if it goes a little bit lower, you can add a little bit more. But that is what you're looking at, in my opinion. And that is an awesome, awesome level. A couple other stocks today. Take a look at Apple. Absolutely pounded. Apple's got to get down here, guys. So you had a gap fill today that got filled, but I think it's going to go lower. 200 MA is probably where it's going. I think eventually it probably goes all the way down here, but in the short term, a little bit more downside. We day traded this stock along with a bunch of others in the chat room on that flush today. We made a ton of money. You know, another stock we had that we bought in the chat room, AUPH, guys. We bought it at right around 260, and it went as high as 314 today. I mean, that's a 17 to 20% move on the stock. I mean, the money is this is the market that we dream about as swing traders. If you're in the research center or in the options alerts, by the way, the options alerts, we're closing out literally 50 to 100% winners per day over the last few days. I mean, every single day. I think yesterday we closed out 40% winner, 30% winner, 120% winner, 100% winner. I mean, literally like 4 trades yesterday alone because of the crazy action. So, I mean, options alerts, research center. Options alerts, obviously, for options. Research center is for swing traders who want to hold a stock for a week or a few days, don't want to necessarily be in and out super quick. And those are stocks and ETF trades, live trades there. And then, obviously, if you want day trading, you come to the chat room. The chat room today, we had 5 winners just in the morning session. We literally made like $5 on Google, like $1 on Apple in a short amount of time. I mean, the winners, again, I think we had 5 winners in that morning session alone in the first hour and a half or so of the day. It was spectacular. All right, and in the afternoon, we had this AUPH that went up like 20% for us. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, you literally, average members are making like $5K a day right now. And that's pretty incredible. Anyways, bottom line is, guys, come join us at InTheMoneyStocks.com. We do have a free trial to the intraday stock chat as well as the research center, not to the options alerts. Options alerts, you want options, you got to pay for them. They're hardcore and they're pretty crazy there. So again, free trial, 7 days, the research center chat. Check it out. Join us. This is where the time is to profit. I'll tell you that much. Take care.